And Lantra now, Lantra has some pace. He's going to go straight outside, he's going to go all the way.
This is Harry Pandara. Runs around, what a brilliant try.
Draws and passes. Beautifully done. Just going in for the try, and it's a try.
And we're down.
The Milo knockouts action continues for the second day as we bring you the Milo Premier Trophy final as Thurston College will be playing on Mariupol Sumangal College in Kandy. We saw an exciting contest early on with the Chairman's Trophy final here at the racecourse grounds. Of course, Morotu Mahavidyalaya going through easy as it is between, it was the game between Morotu Mahavidyalaya and St. Thomas's Matale. That was the Chairman's Trophy. Now we have the Premier Trophy. Thurston College playing Sri Sumangala College. Of course, Thurston College had the upper hand in the Schools Rugby League. Playing in the B division, they did not have the best of choices, but Sumangala College, of course, their journey to this final has been, of course, tremendous. Having three-figure scores all around in the Schools Rugby League as well as the Knockouts Trophy, they have made a tremendous journey here to this all-important final. To talk you through this final, I have with me Hisham. A very good evening to you, Hisham.
Good evening, Inshaf. Yes, it's a different time zone, you would say. Today's final being played in the customary evening time zone. It's kickoff is at 4:15, I believe. Yeah, so both teams have done with their warm-ups. The final preparations now in the dressing rooms being done. The final pep talk by the coaching staff. And yes, as we see here, we go the weather conditions. It's 28, the humidity. Fairly windy today, wind speed of 9 kilometers per hour, and the humidity is 79%. So that will be interesting how the lads from Kandy especially are going to prepare for this big game.
Of course, it says 28 degrees, but I can guarantee you it's a lot more hotter here. The conditions are good. It's a very conducive conditions for fast-moving rugby, and expect Sumangala College, of course, they are the team that I've watched them play in the semi-finals as well, Hisham. They're a team that want to play the ball, they want to distribute the ball, they want to spread it out wide, and that's what exactly they are going to do, because racecourse grounds, of course, is a large ground. You have a 50 meter, the entire depth of the width in the field, and that's going to be very interesting for Sumangala. But meanwhile, Thurston College getting another leap after their bad, disappointing Schools Rugby League season on the coach Colin Danish. Colin, of course, had guided Science College to a 2015 President's Trophy win, and now he has Thurston College in a bid to take them to a Premier Trophy win, Hisham.
Yes, and like you said, there you go on your screen, the Sri Sumangala players already on the field, pumped up for the occasion. And you can see, I think easily it will be understandable when the Thurston College players enter the field. There will be somewhat of an advantage for the Sri Sumangala players. They have that physicality which is required in nowadays, even in the schools rugby league. So there you go, the Sumangala lads are out, and so we will be awaiting the Thurston team to arrive to take on the pitch. And there you go, they're just entering the field. And like you said, yes, Colin Dinesh led Science College to an emphatic victory in 2015. That win was over Isipatana College in the President's Trophy finals, and now he has the opportunity to guide his new team, Thurston College, this time to a Premier Trophy victory. But it won't be easy against this Sri Sumangala team. So there you have it, and there you go. You can see there's a quite distinct advantage there for the team from Kandy in terms of height as well as physicality, and that it'll be interesting to see how they focus on that, how they will take advantage of and I've seen Thurston College play a few times this season, and the key will be their forwards. They're not big, but they have players who are capable of making inroads into opposition territory. But with that said, how Sri Sumangala will counter that threat, because they seem to have a big forward pack or big forward unit, you would say, of their own. So interesting to see if Thurston College can come up with something special on this big occasion.
Of course, fans coming in numbers to this race course ground. We saw a galore of fanfare yesterday when the Saints came to the final, and mind you, St. Peter's College, that last few minutes in the second half, Hisham, they came out on top. They showed that what they're capable of. St. Joseph College, of course, unfortunately bowing out as runners-up. The defending champions had to give it away to the Peter Wrights. It was a close game in the first half. St. Joseph College dominating the first half, 17 points to 5, if I'm not mistaken. That's how that first half stood. But then come to the second half, of course, it was a clear victory coming in for St. Peter's. Kenneth Vimaladasa, the captain, the standing captain for the side, putting his hand up in his new position and making sure that his team ended on top. So it was a good victory for Sanath Martis' St. Peter's College outfit. And now we have Thurston College. Of course, not you cannot write off the Thurstonites too early, Hisham. They have the capabilities. They have the fast running players as well. Mind you, size is just a number when it comes to heart, Hisham. I think we've seen that in Nisipatana as well. They've always tried to play the ball more often. They want to spread it out wide, and the Thurstonites will also look to do the same with this Sumangala team. They know what this Sumangala team is capable of. They've got a few high numbers. I think their quarterfinal game against Nananda finished 105 for 3, Hisham, if I'm not mistaken. So triple figures scored by the Sumangala lads.
Well, yes, of course, heart also plays a factor. But if you would ask me, I would say, judging by the looks of it, I would go with Sri Sumangala for a win here. I'm not writing Thurston College off. Yes, but they got to get their basics right. That's the fundamentals here against Sri Sumangala. And just as you said, Sri Sumangala are coming into these finals with a huge victory, 3-figure score in their semi-finals. So they'll be oozing with, the quarterfinals. So they'll be oozing with confidence here coming into this game. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of an approach they would start the game off with. Will they go direct using their physicality, or whether they will try to use the full width of the pitch, like you said, and try to set their three quarters and test and defense early on?
Of course, the dignitaries of the Sri Lanka Schools Football Association and Milo Sri Lanka, the sponsors of this knockout trophy, being introduced to the two teams on your screens. So Hisham, Hamid says it is in favor of Sumangala. I would say it's going to be in favor of the Thurstonites. So we have 70 minutes to decide. There's 70 minutes to decide as the Thurston College and Sumangala College will play this Premier Trophy final. So there you go, the two school anthems of Thurston and Sumangala. So with the opening ceremony done, we'll take a look at the team cards. Of course, Thurston College, Shenuka Herath, Avisha Veeraratna, Udara Dias, Satura Vijayasekara, Prabhash Ranasinghe, Dushan Lakshita, Denwan, Vijay Vikramarachchi, Mohammad Rizkan, Chanaga Ranavira, Tarindu Dharmadas, Hettiarachi Ravindu, Fernando, Kavishka Dilshan, Mohammad Sakaf, Sampati Gunasekara is the Thurston outfit. So we'll take a look at the Sumangala team card as well. Sumangala College in the blue and dark blue colors. Of course, Jayasinghe, Mohammad Manaz, Ratnayaka, Bandara, Vikum Siri, Mantrigama Bandara, and Dilam Bandara, KAM Kavinda, SD Pereira, CR Alfonso, TSB Talwat, WAKM Vaningasinghe, SL Rajapaksa, and PKU Veerakorn makes the 15 for the Sumangala team. Both teams in blue. Hisham, I think it's going to be a bit of a problem for the referees, but I think with the very extravagant red and yellow colors, I think that shouldn't be a problem. There you go, the match officials. Referee Dinka Piris blowing this final alongside Aruna Shanta and Nalin Lasanta. Sumangala College will be playing right to left on your screens. I think, Hisham, it's been a very long season this time around, and it finally comes to a close in the 15s format in this very match. It's been a season that started off early in March with the first round action. Then we progressed on to the Cup and Plate Championship. And then finally the Milo Knockouts, the trophy, President's Trophy, the Chairman's Trophy, and now the Premier Trophy. This is where it all ends in the 15th format. Mind you, we have another week of school rugby action as the Singer Inter-School Sevens kicks off next weekend at the Royal Complex. We are having a bit of a delay with the match ball, with referee Dinka Piris not happy with the ball, as we can see a replacement arriving, and we are ready to go in the Milo Premier Final. Here we go. That's the start as Sumangala kicks this one deep. Early mistake by the Thurston player, as referee has advantage played in favor of Sumangala. Scrum half sending a ball out to his big prop forward. Takes in about 3 or 4 defenders to stop this lad. Quick ball for Sumangala. Bit of a fumble, and looks like referee will bring play to a pause with that knock on. I think it was a good passage of play for Sumangala. Of course, Thurston making a blunder in that very first moment, and once again referee will stop play for the knock on.
Well, yes, Thurston, I believe, are playing with the wind in the first half, so they've got to keep that in mind. They can take advantage of that situation as well. First scrum of the game, centre field, just behind the halfway line. Number 8 breaks to the scrum half. Flat pass to the other centre. Forward, says the referee. I think that was the correct call. So 2 mistakes early on by Thurston. And now Sri Sumangala will have the first scrum, and this is where they can, if they can get good clean ball of this of the base of the scrum, and we'll be able to see what their 3 quarters are made of. And with that huge thumping win in this tournament, free-flowing rugby is what we can expect from the lads from Kandy. So here we go, the first scrum for Sri Sumangala. Good scrum, number 8 breaks, but the Thurston defense is up to it. They didn't bring him down. The ball is ripped off, but the referee will come for a penalty. In from the sides, says the referee. So early penalty for the lads from Kandy.
Not sure what the decision is. Of course, had there been a better kicking option, the Sumangala lads would have obviously gone for the goal post, but they'll be looking for touch to gain some good meters from this opportunity. Of course, takes the fly half, takes his team inside the 22 meter. I think this is where the Sumangala lads are very dangerous. They like to play the ball from their own 22 to look for opportunities, and when the defense comes crumbling, they'll be looking to score that all-important opening try. So opening try should be decisive for both teams, as this line out goes into the hands of the hooker, but looks like the prop forward made a fumble of that, and it has been turned over. Now Thurston has options on the outside, looking to run it from their own end, sends the ball out to the winger, that's number 22. Bundle into touch. He had his leg sweeping out into touch. So good defense coming in from Sumangala, but cardinal mistake from the collecting point at the line out, Hisham.
Well, that's what we spoke about pre-game, because Sri Sumangala need to make sure their set plays are. Thurston College, you could see, they're not shy to run the ball off their own 22. Almost cut through the Sri Sumangala defense, but last ditch tackle just took the Thurston player out of touch. So now Sri Sumangala with the line out. This time it's collected cleanly out to the ball. They go into contact, brought down. Once again, it's sent out to the fly half, drawing the man and defense, but Thurston College know what's coming at them. The defense is so far sorted out. Once again, here's good ball, but Thurston College tackling well. They set it up for a rock once again. This is good to see Sri Sumangala trying to use the full width of the pitch. They're using their forwards, positioning them on the far corners of the field and spreading the ball out wide, trying to suck up the Thurston defense. So far here, the ball comes out. Intercepted by the Thurston College player, and this could be the first try of the game. That's number 10. And he passes out to number 22. That's Mohammad Sakaf. And Thurston College draw first blood.
Of course, wonderful piece of play, wonderful presence of mind from Dharmadas. Saw the availability, saw the pass, got hold of it, sent it out wide to Sakaf. He knew he could not make it, and number 22 for Thurston College drawing early points here. Wonderful try, that was wonderful intercept. I think we saw Peranara making an intercept for the Hurricanes as well. Of course, early on that was in Super Rugby, and now Mohammad Sakaf scoring that one. And the conversion is also good. So 7 points to nil. And it is a start that the Thursdonites wanted.
Well, you can't say it's against enough play because it's just too soon in the game. But I think Sri Sumangala just didn't expect that interception. Lovely bit of awareness as well. When the man came up to him, he just drew the man and just passed it up to Sakaf, who did the finishing duties. And early blow for Sri Sumangala. It was static ball all around, and they concede the first try of the game. So it's 7 points to nil. They trail, just over 5 minutes gone. So it's interesting to see what kind of reply they will come back with now.
Fly half goes for a short hanging kick collected by the hooker for Thurston College. Looks like they'll. In goes the lock forward for Thurston College. That was Prabhas Ranasinghe. Now to the fly half, out to the center. Centers are looking for space. The big center looks for the offload. Offload comes in, but he's a bit trapped at the moment. That is